thing that religion taught me that still kind of holds up, in my opinion, is avoidance toward hypocrisy. Religion taught me, if it taught me anything, was that what people say doesn't really mean anything if their words don't match, if their actions don't match what they say. And yeah, words are powerful. I mean, if you listen to whatever the politicians in America say right now, they leave you with no doubt how racist and homophobic they are. But I care more about actions. I care more about the hypocrisy of people who think they have a monopoly on morality, and there's no such thing. I always say, if you need a God to be a moral, decent person, you're not a moral, decent person. It shouldn't take anybody to convince you to be a good person. And I just don't need a God. I don't need white man's religion or white supremacy to make me a good person. I'm a good person because I get out and vote to protect gay and queer rights, to uphold female reproductive autonomy, voting down ICE, keeping white supremacy at bay, making content that informs people on the realities of the unfortunate stupid we have to deal with every day. But that's just part of life. Hatred always changes its symbols, its uniform, but it doesn't ever change its ideology. White supremacy has always been around. White supremacy is not going anywhere. If white supremacy doesn't win, they're just regrouping. Because white supremacy did not go anywhere while Biden was president. It just laid a little dormant. White supremacy retreats only with the goal of getting bigger, louder, and more hateful. What we have to do is teach the next generations to respect everyone as an equal and care about people. Because that's really all that matters. Making sure that everybody is respected, cared about, and that nobody has to fear leaving their house because some racists are going to jump on them wearing masks. That's one thing I don't miss about LA. Seeing racists jumping on people wearing ICE costumes. And I don't like hypocrisy. And I won't say religion has cornered the market on hypocrisy. I'm just saying that the most egregious instances of it is definitely religion. I mean, I have never seen such hypocrisy like I see it in church. And I went through 7 churches. Believe whatever you want. Live whatever life you want, as long as it's legal and makes you the best version of yourself. And being a Trump supporter is not the best version of yourself. It is the worst. Because I won't be in a place that targets minorities. And I am not going to be a part of a religion that thinks it's godly to let people starve through removing SNAP benefits. And I'm never going to say there is not nice, decent Christians, Muslims, or any religious group of people. I'm saying they're consistently racist. They are consistently fascist. And anybody who wants a government based on religious beliefs is a threat to anything that has to do with democracy. That's why I will always vote for separation of church and state. America was not built on Christian values. It was based on white privilege. And people don't like that. Well, if you don't like it, that really doesn't change it. And that's just the world we live in. Life could always be better. It won't, but it could be. Every generation, we're trying to make the world better. Because when my parents grew up, black people couldn't vote. Gay people had no rights. They couldn't get married. People couldn't live where they wanted to without being white. Women didn't have abortion rights. And people had to hide their whole lives. So every generation, we're trying to make it a better place. And I think we've succeeded in a lot of ways. That's why I won't be a part of a religion that holds back society. We don't need laws about biblical values. We don't need laws about biblical commandments. If you think the 10 Commandments are important, put a picture of it in your living room. It has no place on any public, state, or federal owned buildings or property. If a church wants to erect the 10 Commandments or a picture of a Bible, fine. Just keep it on private property or on a religiously owned acre lot. There's nothing wrong with that. But it doesn't stay that way, because religion's agenda is to make everybody the same. And if they can't get you to join, they'll create laws that force you to adhere. And we don't need religious laws. We need religious freedom. And I will not be a hypocrite. I will not say I'm a Bible-believing person and then vote for people who strip gay people of humanity and rights. You're not a good person if you vote or are in groups that see gay people as less than human, or that gay people's rights aren't important. Because if we're not all free and safe, nobody is free and safe. And hateful people mask their hate through patriotism, flag waving, and religion. Because nothing excuses and justifies violence, hate, and dehumanization like religion. And I just won't do hypocrisy. I won't do it.